Hey there, Postal here. So, well, this is not the video that I wanted to post today, but, well, I'm just out of time. Today is, so Thursdays are my early day. It's the day I go into work early. It's also the day that I happen to do grocery shopping for the family. And so my mornings are very, hectic. I don't usually have a lot of time, but typically have time to make a video. Not today. This is actually a recording from last night that I haven't done a voiceover on, and so we're going to take a look at it. I hopped into the Javelin because I was kind of having a funky night. I actually had hopped on during my break and had a couple good games with to me at the time, a random person. And then right after I got off work at 1:15, I hopped out, tried to do a game in my 1101, because I haven't specialized that fighter yet. And I ran into a flight with an EF-131 and a Yak-30. And although my game was okay, we didn't have a chance. Like, there was no chance to win. I said, you know what? Well, if you guys are going to keep on hanging out, I'm going to use my anti-meta heavy fighter. And unfortunately, they did not load in. So we're taking this plane. Maybe they knew what was going to be happening to them, because the Javelin does not give a flying anything. As you can see here, I am going incredibly quickly and just kind of meandering around the map. Meandering makes it sound like I'm moving around without a purpose, and I definitely am moving around with a purpose. These four 30mm cannons, they hit incredibly hard, but they are 30 mils, so sometimes they don't hit at all, like that pass right there. And so in this plane, just like you would want to do with almost any heavy fighter, is you want to make sure that you're maintaining your momentum. And if you're maintaining your momentum in this badass plane, you will you'll set yourself up for better success. There's definitely going to be times where you're going to run into people that try to stick with you, and if you don't have an out, if you've been turning too much, if you don't have your boost ready, this is a big old plane. I mean, look at how big it is. It is a giant triangle, and it can't avoid hits very well. So you definitely want to be utilizing your speed. Act like you don't have any hit points, which is weird to say because this plane has more hit points than any other Tier 10 heavy fighter, by a long shot. I think the base hit points on this plane is 1,300. And base on all the others is 700. That's significant. And so you want to take advantage of that. So you may be noticing I'm aiming pretty far out, and you need to do that. These are really good 30mm cannons. In fact, I like them better than the German Tier 10 30mm cannons. They shoot a little bit further out. That's always helpful. They're wing mounted on the Javelin, which can be awkward when you're going against a target that's small and maneuverable. So you really want to focus down the things that are large and not maneuverable. Goodbye. Speaking of Tier 10 heavies. Bombers and GAs, this thing just noms. Heavy fighters, most multi-rolls. So multi-rolls and heavies, you want to basically have an attack pattern, attack focus. As you can see here, I've got my eyes on the map, but this is my main target. Kind of aiming further out from him and making sure that our guns are ready to go when they can be. Didn't work out for me in that instance, but more often than not, it certainly does. We've definitely weakened him. I don't think we'll get the kill on him. Will we? Is anybody gonna kill him? Seriously, this guy should have been dead like 3 minutes ago. Wow, 15 seconds ago at least. There we go. Here we go. Speaking of Yak-30, let's see if we can Get our guns on target. Luckily he's moving away, which is definitely going to help us be able to get him knocked out. And it made life look pretty easy. Got ourselves a McGuire, but we are definitely not over yet. We have 4-1, so we are definitely set up for success. But if anybody's played this game before, you know that it doesn't even matter what kind of success you may be having halfway into the game, which we are about halfway into the game. That can certainly be turned around. We've already got a grade 1. So we've already, you know, you can't get any more chevrons. So we've obviously had a pretty darn good impact on the battle, but we wanna make sure we get the win here. What you may be noticing is I tend to try to find a balance between being reckless and being protective of myself. So what I did there, I just kept going. I actually went up at a reasonably high angle, so that way if that multi-roll was going to try to follow me, he wasn't going to be able to have an impact on me. I do that from time to time. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And in a plane like this, and there's other planes with similar kind of tact, you know, you don't want to get yourself caught out and lose whatever kind of momentum, both in-game and like physically with your plane, that you've got built up. Even there, against that F2H, I'm not going to turn against him. I'm going to have to slow down quite a bit, and I can't out-turn him anyway, so what's the point, right? Let's just go ahead and maintain our velocity. If we get the kill, we get the kill. If we don't, somebody will get the kill because we've knocked out, you know, 90% of his hit points. Speaking of getting 90%, holy crap, I did not mean to ram him. Don't really want to go near rear gunner. 50 hit points is not gonna suffice. But our hit points are coming back, so let's go ahead and we'll zoom over to this guy. Nope. We've got the game pretty well in hand at this point. Squall line, getting more points back. Let's get this hunter knocked out. Go up, go down. What do we want to do here? Oh, the hunter realized the mistake in his ways. And this is the thing, right? I'm not turning towards the hunter. As long as I'm out of his firing range, you know, I'm keeping safe. I'm turning, but I'm not like turning to the point where he can get behind me. I'm turning to get another target. And now we've got air supremacy. Let's see if we can get one more. Excellent. We just keep on turning. And so what we're doing here is we're literally just rolling with the punches. Got a McGuire, a Marseille, a Wing Legend, of course, and a Campbell's. And that grade 1 that we got quite a bit earlier in the game. Let's go ahead and head back and take a look at the hangar. Alright, so we were able to get 17 kills there, 560 capture points, knocked out 6 bombers and GAs. I was specifically going for the enemy aircraft, not air defense aircraft. Really, honestly, anything that's like just too maneuverable, you don't want to waste too much time on. Maybe get some pot shots, but keep on keeping on. And if you've got that kind of mentality in this plane, A, paying attention to the map, see what targets are coming towards you, what targets are going away from you, make a decision on, you know, what's the plane that's going to cause you the most issues. Usually that's going to be a heavy plane. And so you need to be mindful of, you know, HG3s and XF90s and HG2s and P228s, like all the tier 9 and 10 heavies. Like, it doesn't matter what tier 10 heavy you're in, you should be paying attention to the tier 9 and 10 heavies on the enemy team. They're going to be the thing that could have a negative impact on you. Other things like multi-rolls, especially, since there's much lower altitude, I just kind of pay attention and I shoot at them as I pass them, or I make a plan to take them out. Fighters can definitely be, in the right hands, can be something that can counter a Javelin or any tier 10 heavy fighter, but it needs to be the right one. A MiG-15, Swift, F-86, 1101, those planes that have enough speed to cause you issues, at least for a short time, you need to be mindful of them. But otherwise, if you're hanging on to your engine boost, if you're hanging on to your overall just boost in general, engine cooling, you can set yourself up for extreme success. So one thing that I've been looking at on the Javelin is I've got gas-operated action on here, which actually reduces the accuracy. It's balanced by the fact that I've got, the gyroscopic sight. But I've been wondering if it's the right way to go. If I went with long gun barrels, it would not negatively impact. There's a bunch of knots there. The accuracy. So I've been contemplating going with that, but I've had great success with the setup I've got, so I probably won't change it, but we'll see. I really like the Javelin. I think, and I said this in the previous video, I think it's underappreciated. I think it is incredibly powerful, especially in the current meta where Tier 9 and Tier 10 bombers tend to dictate battles. This plane, with its incredibly hard-hitting guns and its high health pool, can take on bombers in ways that the other heavy fighters can do, but not to the same extent as this plane. Anyway, I took out my frustration on the enemy team, so, mission accomplished. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.